Right then, let's see now. There was a video that I did a little while back, and of a Yari spear, or a few things actually, and I was like, do 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 do. So it's deja vu. Right, now I've got some notes over here. Right, notes. You don't want to see my handwriting. Can I even? Yeah, I can understand some of that. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at this, the longest one initially. Now, this is the real deal, and the bloke that I bought it off, he told me roughly 10 years ago, nigh on or more, he sent this to Nagoya, he sent this to Kyoto, and to have this rebound, and he told me that one of the rings they redid, I think it was one of the rings or something like that, and had this done here. I presume this is Kamakura red urushi lacquer, I think that's what that is, which is generally, I've seen that on a lot of Yoroi armor and weaponry and stuff like that. Now, this here, it had script on it, but it was all worn away, so what they did was they re-overlaid it. Now what I've done is I've put just a little lacquer band here so I don't lose that piece. So there's two pieces actually, two pieces. Right, that goes, just plonk that like that for now. Now, what we'll do is we'll just have a bit of a gander at it, a bit of a look at it first of all. So it's been rebound, and that's the real deal. That's beautiful. It's probably Kashi no Ki. It could be Keaki no Ki. It could be Kashi no Ki, which is the strongest wood in Japan. You'll find this is the real deal. Look at that beautiful stuff. That there, it's very straight. Look at that, dead straight. Sometimes they get bowed, you know, after all these years, sort of thing. But just beautiful grain. Beautiful grain indeed. Now, this here tells us that it comes from, it was originally made, this, what this tells us here is, trying to translate that, from the Suzuki Saie Hei Shige Ya, and it means it was made at that place. A ya meaning generally ya means like shop, but in this case it would be, you know, the makers of this kind of stuff on the Yari spears. Let's see now, and the date on it, what this tells us here is that it's dated to let's see, Bunkyu Ninen Juichigatsu. So that means November of 1862. Now, quite a tumultuous time it was, because that was right on the tail end of the Edo period. The Edo period ending in the Meiji period, beginning in 1868. And there was still many a faction that weren't too keen on changing the way the government was run. So this may very well have seen some war. Now, it doesn't have a blade with it. My presumption is, as many were, many a katana was handed in after the Second World War and cut. They cut the blades, and many blades from Yari spears and the like also were handed in, so I presume that that's the case with this. Now, if you can find, I'll tell you some measurements of this in a minute, if you can find a blade that will correspond, you've got yourself something worth thousands. So, you know, I wish I had a blade. I don't have one with me right now. Now, let's see. I'll probably find another one someday, just right when I sell it, the day I sell it, you know. Anyways, you'll find that from this point here, once I place it on, as it would go, from that point there, to the actual securing hole, which they generally use a wood dowel or a brass pin. Sometimes they use a bronze pin. To that securing point, don't get too windy here, 123 millimeters. Once you push that on a bit, you'll find 123 mil to that spot. Now, this area here, you'll find, now this would be old shaku measurements, which also had graduations of, in graduations of 10, but I've put my vernier caliper on it, and we've got, say, 10.5 mil and 8.5 mil. You'll have 10.5 mil there and 8.5 mil there, and that's larger, which is often the case. So there you have it. I'll plunk that on there, and I'll just have to secure that somehow momentarily. What else do we need to say about this? Right, I put a rod down here to measure the length of the actual tang, and from this point here we came up with 337 mil. So quite a long capability to hold an extended tang right there. Now, due to its length, it would have to go via, did I even mention that? Have to go via an international carrier, have to go via FedEx, due to its length. And so I'll have to figure out the costings for that, weights and measurements and all that sort of stuff. Okay, I think that's pretty much that. Next, this piece here, also no blade. This is also, see, I've got my little rubber band there, not to lose that thingy there. Oh, that was, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that worked, not. I'll figure something out with that in a minute. This here, gotten a bit rough now, but measurements in here, we have 10 by 10 mil. That there's a bit sort of rough, and just push that out. That would just be from the elastic band. So yep, all right. Now, from this point here, to the securing hole right there. See if we can find some. There we go. I can see. There we go. We have let's see, 96 millimeters. You know, to actually find one that's exactly the same. Well, I doubt that's going to happen, but I figured I'd just mention it anyways. You know, just drill a hole in your own blade, or even make a blade, or whatever's. But so these will be separate listings, separate listings. Now the tang itself came up at 203 millimeters, or at least the distance of a tang that you could place in there. You could drill further if you wanted to, whatever's. Now that's, yeah, that's, look how beautifully ribbed it is, and that's all old school Urushi lacquer. It's the real deal. Look at that. Now that there's an iron piece, and that there's a brass piece, and that also is very straight. Beautiful. What else do I need to say about this one? I think that's pretty much covered that. Right, so that would be a FedEx deal. Okay, now we'll move on to this particular piece here. Now, the old Sode Galami, nice and straight. It's a close quarters piece. Now, I rummaged through a whole bunch of my... This is not the real deal, this is actually a replica. But I rummaged through a bunch of my stuff. And so you'll find that it actually looks really cool. Sneaky, you. Alright, already. That's not happening, is it? Now you can go on there. You can go on there. And I will deal with you momentarily. Do you understand that? Okay. Now I had to mention that. Okay. Now this thing here, not the real deal, but very cool. Very cool. There you go. It's got all the. It looks like it's got all the spikies. Okay. And I'm going to include these bits that I just pulled out. These are not the greatest bits I've got, you know, because it's just a replica. But I reckon that someone that's keen on wood and stuff, you could shave off some here and plonk that. That goes on first. I've actually got a few real deals of these. I don't know if that's... don't know, I just put these together. But that'll go on there, so that will be included. So that will be pretty cool. And I'll have to figure out the costings to send that. That shan't be too bad. Aha! Now, what do we have? Well, that's a, what's that, 1.5 metre, 150 centimetres, this particular replica sword army. Okay, next up on the Price is Right. Unless I have to mention anything else from this handwriting I can never understand. Just have to blame someone else for that. Now, it's close enough. Right, now what we have here is a really cool shakujo. This is a Buddhist staff, and it's way cool. Right, now hold on a second, I'll just lose my notes. Put that all there. Now this here, it's a very high level monk. 6 would be super high level monk, but this is a very high level monk. Now this thing here, that's not broken. What happens here is they that flexes slightly, and this is how they put the rings on. Now this has got 5 rings, so it's a high level monk. And these things here, you see, they don't come out, but if you force it, they will come out, and that's how they place the rings on. Alright, so it's very groovy, and it's being placed upon this really cool piece of bamboo. And right here, which is a very comfortable position to place one's hand, is that. So if you're going on a journey, I wouldn't mind going on a journey. Let's go on a journey. Yeah, hell with it. Let's just go on a journey. It's about 5:30 or something right now. We'll just check that. And it's cold. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. If we hang on 4 more minutes, we'll have, we should have the musical thingy that goes all around all of this area to tell the farmers that it's 5 o'clock. Right, so what we can do while we're waiting for that, yeah, that's an idea. Plonk these in the back of the rig. Oh yeah, and at 5 o'clock, I'm not going to lose that ring, am I? And at 5 o'clock also, the Buddhist temple just over there, you will hear the main bell. Now if you check out one of my recent videos, you'll find a Buddhist personal bell, and I actually took some pictures from over there, did a little video when I was over there. Go like that. I'll just place this ring in here so I won't lose it. Yeah, you stay there. And you can go in there too. And a measuring stick. Now, as you can see, some cylindrical boxes there, and that's what I'm going to utilise to send that stuff, so they're well secured. Oh yeah, this is cool. Whoa! Yeah. Okay. I don't know, it's always key eye every time I bend down these days. Old motocross injury. I fear getting old. You know, get thinner and all the muscles contract, and then you just like ouchie poos. Alright. Okay. You don't fear death, but sometimes you wish for it. Samurai, the last samurai. What else has she told you? You have nightmares? I don't really dig that movie. Really digged it. Right. That's that. How are we going for time? 4:58 on a Monday afternoon. What are you doing this very Monday afternoon? I often do that. I just slip into like movie quotes, and they're always the same. It's either The Last Samurai or it's Mad Max 2, 1. We don't talk about Mad Max 3 or Mad Max 4. I mean, it's just, you might as well just call it Disney. Right then. The essence, the raw essence. I don't know, I'm just babbling, filling in a bit. That's what a lot of YouTubers actually do. It seems that they have to keep babbling on. But hey, what the heck. Now then, we should have... Oh, told ya. Huh? Tell ya. It's not just a business, it's a lifestyle. I love this country. I can still hear the sound because I've got speakers all the way over there. Look at that cloud mountain. Gorgeous. It's just great. So you won't catch me in like Tokyo, yeah, all that crap, no. No. Out here. I'm expecting the Buddhist bell to have a bit of a bonk right now, but maybe the bloke's in there saying, you know what, it's a bit cold to get out there today. I've actually got a beanie on. I can understand that. This is way cool, huh? I went on a journey with it. There you go. I don't know how long this camera thing goes for. Sometimes it just cuts out. But what the heck? Cool joinery on all this stuff. Look at that, it's wood dowels. And some iron fittings, place those in there. Buttons, that's how they do it. Koala, that means roof tiles. Just great stuff. Look at that. Koala right there, old school. Nice. That's an Ishidoro. I would say that piece right there, that's a car. What's that? Moto Kamonga, something like that. Katana thing there, I don't know, kanji. I reckon that would have had another piece in there at some stage, and that's all. Yes, see, like this, right here. See, like that. might have all broken away, or possibly. Well, this bloke made a liar out of me, didn't he? Oh, hey, where's your bell? Shouldn't you be up there banging that bell by now? Or was that 6 o'clock? I can't remember. Something like that. Oh, there's stalks here. I scared him. My fault. Sorry, guys. Oh, that's a duck. Another one. What is this? Jewel Day? Oh, there we go. There's a stalk right there. Yeah, I think it might have been his mate doing. He just went the tourist route. Is that 6 o'clock they get out there and belt the bell around? Is it 5 o'clock? Oh, I can't remember. Alright then. You know, I went for a bit of a walkie poos over there a couple of weeks back when it was actually quite a rare day of sunshine as it's coming out of, it's trying to break out of winter. But it was just too rocky with this camera, like that, and I'm gonna have to get a decent camera thing. But I do have this sunglasses thing I bought at this market there with a camera. It's got a camera. There's another store right there. Oh, very good. Yeah, cool out here. And like it's got a camera, and they're sunglasses. So they're like these, downhill mountain biking, I don't know, what do they call those things, snowboarding sort of thing that you do. And you do that, who would want to go to a cold area anyway? Humanity, just gone crazy. Anyways, and they do that. And so, I'm going to give that a whirl and see if that would be stabler. Alright, that's it, I'm tired. That's enough. Yep, that's it for Cloud Mountain. That's it for today. Right then, that's that. And that is just way cool. Yes. Just way cool. And just flick that one over there like that and just go doobie doo. I don't know, man. I'm just in a good mood, so I just keep babbling on. And just go like that. I'll get to it. I'll do it, sort it out later. Right. That's that. I'm gonna go and upload this stuff.